Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to build a complete blog from scratch, and this is the sample blog that we are going to build. And one thing you need to know from this video is we are going to build everything using free plugins and free themes. So everything on this blog that we're going to build is going to be free. And for those of you who do not have money to purchase hosting or the likes, I'm going to teach you how to build it locally, meaning you don't need to purchase hosting to be able to build a website right now. You are going to be able to build it directly on your computer, so that eventually afterwards you can then move it online if you want. Okay, so this lesson is meant for anyone who is now learning web design using WordPress and would want something to practice with. So let's get into it, then discuss exactly how we are going to build this website. So you need to be aware of the various features of the website. This is a news blog, like a music blog, where we are going to frequently update it with news content, and it is in the style of a magazine. So there are a lot of websites out there. Most of the news portals that you find online have some of these features, and therefore we pay attention to it. If you are able to build this, you can equally build almost any news blog at all. So when you pay attention to the blog that we have here, the sections that we have, let me quickly walk you through even before we start. So the sections we have here, as you can see, we have this very top bar that has the dates and these icons with another link here. Then we have the title of the website, we have what we call the tagline, and these menu items. Right, then this particular place called the banner, so pay attention to it. Usually when you visit a news website, you find something like this there. Then this other place too is the header post, so pay attention to that, to the header post, before you come down here to the footer post. Then within these two, between these two, that's the header post, which I'm calling popular stories here, and the footer post, which I'm calling you missed here. Between them is the actual home page. So once you are aware of these, the banner, the header post, and the footer post, between the header post and the footer post we have the home page. So we are going to build something like this. Then when you click on any of these, that sends you to the category page, where you get all posts related to that particular category. So in this case, you have two different posts, and when you click on any one of them, it takes you specifically to that particular post. Okay, so this is a website that we are going to rebuild in this tutorial, and as I said, we are doing everything for free. So if you are interested, then keep on watching to the end. Hi, you're welcome to our channel once again. I'm Dr. Onia Obed, and on this channel we put out a lot of videos relating to tech, software, mobile apps, and various digital skills. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. As we've discussed earlier, in this video we are going to build a news blog, or a magazine type news blog from scratch, and we are doing this totally for free. So to begin with, we will need some basic things to get started, especially if you are new to this. So if this is the first time you are trying to build a website, know that we are using WordPress to build this website. And with WordPress, we need to be able to use WordPress on our computer to build without buying hosting. We need a software that is going to turn our computer into a server, and this software that we are going to use is called XAMPP. XAMPP is spelled as XAMPP. XAMPP, XAMPP. So you can equally search for XAMPP on Google. XAMPP. Yes. So this is a logo, and you can download XAMPP from here. You can equally check the description of the video for links to all the resources that we are going to make use of in this video. So make sure you have XAMPP installed on your computer. If you don't already have it, download it and install it. I already have it installed on my computer. After installing it, make sure that you turn on. So when you open XAMPP anytime, so when you open it, you find it by default in this form. Click on Start for the Apache and Start for the MySQL in order to access it. Then the moment you have that turned on, automatically your computer has been turned into a server. The next thing we are going to do is to download WordPress. So let's search for WordPress, wordpress.org. Okay, let's go to wordpress.org. However, if you want a straight link to download it, just check in the description for the link to download it. Then there are a lot of things here. We want to download WordPress, so you find Get WordPress here. Go ahead, click on that, then download WordPress 5.8.2. The version may be different depending on the time that you are doing this download. However, at the time of recording of this video, the current version of WordPress is the 5.8.2. So let's go ahead and download it. When you finish downloading it, you are going to extract the content of the folder. So it's downloading as a zip file. For those of you who do not know what a zip file is, you need a software to be able to open a zip file. I use a software called WinRAR. So if you don't have it, then you go ahead and search for WinRAR or download WinRAR to be able to open it. So the moment it's downloaded, you just double click on it and WinRAR will open it up for you. In WinRAR, you can equally extract it. For those of you who use any other software to open it, that is fine. So far as you can extract the content in the folder you've downloaded, that is what we are looking for. So go ahead and extract the content, and let's see, it's almost downloaded. So now it's downloaded, and when I click on it, it opens in WinRAR. In WinRAR, you have extract tool up here, so click on that to extract. Then you have to pay attention to where it is extracting it to. I believe that it is in my downloads folder. So let's go to downloads, and this is it. So the zip file is here. This is the extracted one. Click on the extracted one. So this folder, click on it, and the folder in there, let's rename the folder, the WordPress folder inside the first one. So the very first one has the version number attached to it. That's WordPress 5.8.2. But we are looking for the one inside. So WordPress, that is what we are looking for. Let's rename this to my music blog. You'll find out the essence of renaming it soon. After renaming the inside folder, now copy this folder, or if you want, you can cut the folder. Copy the folder, open your local disk C, and I must say that it depends on where your default installation for or where you installed your XAMPP at, but by default it's usually installed within local disk C. So open your local disk C, then go to XAMPP. In XAMPP, open htdocs folder. Then here you can place the folder that you copied. So you are going to paste it inside htdocs. You are not going to have all these plenty folders in here. These are websites that I've already created. That is why you can see them here. However, you may not have any of these. So go ahead and paste your new folder. The moment you finish pasting it, it's like you have already put your website folder on the server. So ideally, if we were doing this on an online server, we would have uploaded this folder onto the online platform, or would have downloaded it when we're downloading directly onto our hosting platform. But this time around, we are copying it into the folder that will make it available to us, so that now we can access it with a web browser. Okay. The moment it's done, there are two things that we are going to do. One, we are going to do installation of WordPress. Then two, we have to create an associated database. So at the moment it's done and we can access it. However, I want us to go ahead and create the database even before we start the installation of the WordPress, because WordPress will depend on the database for a successful installation. So to install the to create a database, type in localhost/phpMyAdmin. Localhost/phpMyAdmin. Then when you come here, you are also not going to get all these. These are various databases that corresponds to the folders that you found, the websites that I've created. So since you are just starting, you see only a few items here, but the most important thing here is new. Click on new, then enter the name of your database. So we are going to call it my music blog. Okay, let's call it that way, my music blog. Pay attention to the name you assign to it, my music blog. Then now let's go on to install the WordPress on our folder. To do that, click on localhost. Type localhost / the name of the website that you used. So we chose my music blog. Okay, so type in my music blog, then hit enter. We are expecting to start the installation, but the first thing we are going to do is to select the language of choice, and here it's been selected for us automatically, English, United States. If you are interested in any other language, you go ahead and choose that language. I am going with the English. All right, then a few information here. Basically, they are telling you that you are going to need database name, database username, password, and host, and I'll explain that to you soon. So the database name is the name that you created here. When we were creating it, we called it my music blog. So just come here and enter my music blog. The database name or username, the database username by default is root. So once you've not changed it, just go ahead and type in root. And by default, the password is an empty password, meaning there is nothing there. Don't write empty, leave it blank. All right, then just go ahead. So the first two things you change is my music blog, then root, the username to root, no password, and submit. Run the installation. Now we are about to fill some details. All these details that you are about to fill here, you can easily change it after the installation is done. So go ahead. This is the name or the title of your website. When people visit the site, what's the name they are going to see? So we are calling it my music blog. Then the username. Over here, the username is the username that you are going to be identified on your website. So for instance, when you post or you publish a post on the website, when people visit it, that is the name they are going to see. Then the other importance is when you are logging into the website, that is the username that you are going to be required of. Then this is the password. This password cannot easily be remembered, so delete it and enter your own password. Alright, so make sure you choose a strong password, just as I am going to do. Then email, choose your rightful email so that when you create your website and there are any issues with it, you will be emailed directly. Then go ahead and hit install WordPress. After installing, now you have to log in. So you can use your email or your username to access it. Enter your password. Then let's log in. This is the interface for WordPress that you are going to be greeted with. In fact, your site has been created, but it isn't the way that you want it. So this is what we want to turn it into, but at the moment, this is what we have. So when it comes to a news blog, as we have here, the very important part of the website is the blog post. So we have to create as many blog posts as possible. The first thing I want to do is to create the various categories. So when you look at the finished product, we have these categories as high life, reggae, hip hop, gospel, general. Alright, so these are the categories of music that we are blogging about, and therefore let's go ahead and create those categories. To create categories, come to post, and the post you find categories, hit categories. Then all you need here is the name of the category you are going to add. So let's call the first one hip hop. Then scroll down and go to add category. You can decide to fill in the details, but for now it isn't so necessary. The next one being gospel, high life, reggae, Then the one important thing I always do is to change the name of uncategorized. The uncategorized is the default category that will be used for any post that you don't assign a category to. And uncategorized doesn't look professional, so I always want to change it. Click on quick edit to change it. Let's change it to general. I think it sounds better with general than uncategorized. Then I want to change the slug to general, the updates category. Once we have these updated, the next thing we want to do is to create post. So by default, hello world has been created for us as a post. Let's add our own post. Click add new. Then to create a post, with this website, all the images you are seeing here are because of the post that has been created. So we need what we call a featured image. And for that matter, we would have to go online and download images that are related to the website that we are creating. If you have your own images that you've taken or pictures that you've taken, then that is going to be useful here. However, if you don't have, there are a few websites online where you can get free images to use. All right. The one of these websites that I use often is pexels.com. Pexels, Pexelx.com. So you can go to pexels.com. The other website I use is freepik.com. So I'll leave the links in the description so that you can access all of them. When you come here, you can download any pictures that you want. So depending on the type of website that you are creating, when you are on Pexel, you can type in music to get pictures relating to music. So these are the images you find here. And if you look critically at them, you'll find out that most of these images are what I used on this blog. So go ahead and download them. You can also find a link to the ones that I use for this blog in the description below. You can equally come here and search for music and download videos from Freepik as well. Alright, let's continue. Now I have my images downloaded. Let me show you my images. When you come to music blog images, so these are the images that I've downloaded. But the problem with this is that majority of them, as you can see here, this image is 1.97 megabytes in size, meaning the size of the image is almost 2 megabytes, and that is huge. When you use images which are not optimized in size, they are going to slow down your website. So I advise that you reduce your images as much as possible. I've done that already, but let me show you how I do it. I go to reduceimages.com. That is a website I use to reduce the images of my blog post. So come here, select the image you want. Let's select any one of them. I've already optimized these images. So let's go back and presume that we're now working on this. So I'll come here, locate that folder, then select one of these images. So assuming this is the image I want to optimize, they show you the size of the image. The original size here is 1.29 megabyte, and I am going to change the width and the quality. Let's go to 50% and click resize image. My advice is that you should stick to less than 200 kilobytes of the size, less than 200 kilobytes. Preferably, you should even be able to come down to like less than 50 kilobytes, and I think that will really help in boosting the speed of your website. But sometimes when you over optimize, the quality of your image is going to be affected. So you have to play between them to see the one that works best, then go with them. So since I've done this already, I won't bother myself now. Let's go ahead, create our first post. So you are creating blog posts, so make sure you use the right thing. But this is just dummy text that I'm going to use. So first blog post here, then I'll need to put in content. So you would have to write your own content. I am going to put in dummy text. So let me generate some text from here. Copy this and paste. Okay. The next thing is select this post up here, then go select the category. Which of these categories does your first post belong to? Then select the associated image. So let's go back to downloads where I've optimized those ones. Downloads, these downloads, let me select all of them at a go. What I'm doing here that you need to know is that I'm holding down on my shift and clicking on the images to select all of them. The moment I'm done selecting all of them, I click on open. So it's going to upload all the images for me so that I don't have to upload them one by one. I'll only select as and when I want. So let's go ahead and set this. One important thing, alt text is also very good for the sake of SEO. So make sure you enter something. It should be related to the post that you are creating and set image. I'm done and I will just go and publish this. But before then, there is something important about SEO that just came into mind. So before you go ahead, go to settings, right click on settings to open it in a new tab so that you still have your post here. When you come here, the settings, the general settings is where you can change the details about your website. So when you check here, this site is called Music Blog. So that is where your site title is. And this is a tagline. This is the tagline. So when you come, my music blog is going to be our site title. Yeah, so you update the tagline as I have done here. Then if you want people to be able to sign up and maybe you want other people to submit articles to your website, you have to make sure you turn anyone can register. Otherwise, then also people to be able to comment on your site and the likes. Otherwise, no one will be able to. Then go ahead and save the changes. After saving the changes, the next important thing is under reading. So go to reading. In terms of SEO, this is where the importance it comes in. So select. So after saving it, the next important thing is permalinks. For the sake of SEO, go to permalinks and select this particular one with post name. That is very important. Save it. Then let's get back to our post to publish. To publish the post, this is up here. Click on it and publish immediately. Well, we can view the post that we've just created in another browser. This is the post that we've created. Let's go ahead and create as many posts as we can now. So this will be our second post. Then content for the second post. Okay, posts, select any of them, the one that is related obviously, then choose your featured image. Go ahead and publish this one too. Then next blog post, this will be third blog post here. Paste your content in there. Post, select the category, then set your featured image. Publish. Publish. Next one. So create as many as you want. Fourth blog post, because this magazine type of content or a news blog depends solely on the blog post available. So everything that we are going to do depends on the blog post. Let's go ahead and create more of them. Select this. Publish. Let's create another one. This is fifth blog post here. Then paste the content in here. Posts. Select your category. Set image. publish. Another one that will be the set blog post here. Posts, select, set image, okay, let's create two more. 7th blog post here. Then choose publish. The last one, 8th blog post here. Contents, posts, select your category, then set image, publish. Okay, so now that we have these, okay, now we've created a number of posts, so we need to install our WordPress theme that will give us turn our website. So as you can see, this is how our website is looking like. This is how our website is currently looking like, and we want to turn it into something like this. So let's get into it. We need to install a theme, a WordPress theme that has that magazine type. So just search for magazine when you come to add theme. Now that we are done setting up the permalink as we've done here, the next important thing is to set up our WordPress theme. So what makes the difference in the WordPress website is the theme that is installed. So now we have our website looking like this, which is very ugly, and we want to turn it into something like this. So we are going to use a theme to do that. And the theme that we are going to use, when you come here, go to add new, then search for magazine plus as one word, magazine plus. So that this is the theme that we are going to use. Click on install, then let's wait for it to finish installing. The moment it's done installing, you realize that there will be a drastic change in our website to something looking just like this. So it is very easy to get a website set up with this theme. Now we've installed it, the next thing is to activate it. Alright, it is activated now. Let's refresh our website to see what we have. Good. So we are getting there. As you can see now, our website is looking pretty much similar to this, but we aren't there yet. So we are going to do a few things. So just as I said earlier, with respect to building a news blog, mostly the content is everything. So once you have your posts, then it's going to make the design very easy. The next thing we want to do is to create a home page, a page that will serve as our home page. So to create a home page, go to pages, then add new. Enter the name of the page, which we are calling home. Then go ahead and publish this. After we've published it, go to settings, then under settings, go to reading, then set your home page display, set it to static page, then select the home page, home. Go ahead and save changes. There is another page that we may have to create, call it, so let's go to pages, create a new page, and call this page blog. Publish it. Go back to reading. We need to set this to our blog page, but unless we refresh it, we can't have access to it. So after refreshing, the post page should be blog. So select that one too and go to save. Now let's refresh this. Because we have created a new page called home and we have associated a home page with that particular page. So now our website sees this home page as its own home page. Therefore, when we refresh this, it's going to take us to the new page that we have created. And the new page is virtually empty. That is why we have this. So we are going to do some settings on our new page to make it look more like what we want. But the next thing I want to do is to set up our menu quickly. So go to under appearance, we have menus under appearance. So there are two major types of menus with this particular theme. Let's create our main menu, call it main menu. Then go ahead and click on create. That's the first menu we are creating. Then after creating this menu, we need to add items to the menu. So to add items to the menu, we are going to add. Let's go to the website, the reference site. You see the menu is actually made up of the categories that we created. So we want to do a similar thing here. Therefore, come here, click on categories, then select all of them. If you want to view all, then select all of them. So you can choose select all and add to menu. Now we've added all of them to the menu. You can order them around in whichever order that you want. Then save. Select the menu has to have a location associated. So the primary menu is what we have created now. Once you select this, let's go to our site and refresh it. You see now we have the menu as we want it. We can then go ahead and customize our website. So customize up here, click on that. Okay, so a few settings that we can do here. Even though our interest is in editing the home page, we can also do some settings that will affect the whole website, that will make it eventually look like this. If you remember, I mentioned that a website like this is made up of mainly the header, the banner, the header post, the footer post, and we are going to set all those things here. So let's go here. Let's start with theme options. Then the theme options, the header. So under the header, this is the top bar. So here you are able to show the things you want to show on the top bar. As you can see there, hide, show and hide date. If I hide the date is going to go away. If I decide to show it, then I can also show the social media links as you find here. Then let's go to the mid bar. The mid bar is the middle here. So you want to set a background image to it. As you can see, there is a background image here. So let's go ahead and set our own background image. Which image? Let's use this image. Then voila, we have something just like we had in this website. Okay, now we can update. So make sure you publish it to update the content that you have. The main header. So for the main header, you can make some changes here. If I turn this off, you realize the home icon is gone, but I want it there. So you can make these changes, but for now, I like the way it is. And the next thing, the news ticker, this one that is moving, I don't want to call it news flash, so I want to call it recent post. So let's go back and change the title to recent post. Publish this, then we can go back. Header ordering, I really do not want to make any changes here, but you can reorder the way this whole header looks like. So let's go back. Then header media as well, you may want to put a header background, but I don't want to set that now. So let's go on. The base, there are a few changes that you can equally do here, the layout, but by default we will stick with what is there. The same applies to these ones, the title, style, and category colors. So here we can set various categories. Let's go to our reference site. You see reggae is red, genre is green, hip hop is violet or purple, however it is called. They all have their own color, so we can equally do same here. Let's choose one color for this. Go to the next one, which is gospel, choose another color. Go to hip hop, choose another color. and go to reggae, choose one color for it. I think now we have, okay, let's change this from white to black. Good. So now we have all our categories having their own color. Then social media. So these icons that you are seeing here, you can change the URL to them. So input your own URL. If you don't want any of them, you can just delete it and it will be taken out of the list here. So if you don't have a respective particular social media handle, then you delete it. Okay, now this is good for us. Let's publish it and continue. So we've talked about the base, we've talked about the header. The next important thing is the featured section, where we are going to look at the banner, as I mentioned. So I told you that this thing here is called the banner. What you are seeing here is called the banner. Then this one, the header slider or header post. Then down here we have the footer slider or footer post. Okay, this is post because it's not sliding. All right, then let's go to our banner. And in our banner, what do you want to show? Do you want to show it only on the home page? Yes, mostly you want to show it on only the home page. So turn it on, and as you turn it on, voila, we are getting there. So this is how our website is now looking. Let's continue. So another thing you realize is that on the banner we have names. That this column, we've called it important, we've called this main post, we've called this serial. These were just words that I used. So depending on what you are putting out there, you can choose the right thing. Therefore, we just mimic this for now. The first one, which is the slider is the one in the middle, which is sliding. So here we called it main post. So let's just copy that main post and put it in here. Main post. Good. Then the next thing we want to do is this column called important. So the next one, heading important. Good. Then finally we have this column. So make sure you choose the word that will suit the kind of post that you want to show there. One good thing about this whole thing is that you can regulate which content appears here. So now that we are showing the latest post under important. So if I want, I'll decide to show only a specific category, say gospel, then I'll choose and call this gospel. So it's all up to you and your creativity level. Let me leave it that way. You can do same for all of them. Go ahead and publish this. Okay, now let's go back. Then post blog or popular posts. Show blog post blog session, and let's show the post blog session as well. Yeah, so this is the post blog session for our header, which I told you is called the header post. So once you display it, it's going to show up automatically for you, and you can decide to change the name by editing what is here. It's all up to you. You can also decide to let it show on both your home page and the blog page, but for this we are leaving it on just our home page, and we can select it to show content from only a particular category. But for now, let's leave it at show latest post and publish this. I think we are getting close. This is how far we have come. We are close to getting this. Our home page. So this is the actual content of the home. For now, we'll skip that and work on it soon. We've done up to the featured level. The blog and archive, we don't have much to do here. If you look at your archive or your blog page, then you see the impact, but we don't have much to do here. Single post, how we want it to appear to, you may not necessarily want to do anything about it. The same apply to the single page. Then you've missed session. So when you come here, they call this you missed. All right. So I mentioned that this is usually called a footer post. So let's just go and turn that on. So to do that, you come here, click on the you missed session. You missed. Go to the you've missed section. So you missed section. Then you can decide to change the name here, but make sure you turn it on. Then now, as you can see, our website is almost ready. We are just left with what is inside here. So our homepage is on point now, and you can edit anything you want. In fact, our website is working the way we want it. Let me show you, cancel this and show you this is our website. We are almost through except for this that is showing here, and very soon we are going to work on that. But if you click on any of this, it takes you to the particular category. Then you can click on it to go and read the post that you have published. So the website is in good shape except for the very first page, which is our home page, that we are yet to finalize it. So to work on this home page, which is a page that we created ourselves, let's go to all pages. Then as you can see here, this is our home page and we need to edit it. However, I want us to use a plugin to create this. So this is the path that we are going to create, and I want us to use a plugin to do that. The page builder plugin called Elementor, which is a free plugin as well. So let's find plugins. Go to plugins instead, then add new. Then type in Elementor. Install Elementor. Now go ahead and install the premium add-ons for Elementor as well. Once they are all done, we want to activate both of them. So go to installed plugins, then select the two, Elementor and premium add-ons. Go to bulk actions up here and select activate, apply, click on apply. Now we've activated the plugins. Once they've activated, you'll find the light blue background behind them. So they've been activated. Let's go back to our pages, all pages, and look for look for the home page. So click on edit home page. Then this time around, we are going to click on edit with Elementor. So it's going to open in the plugin for us to be able to edit it using the page builder. So this is a section that we can edit. Okay, so what do we do here? Select this and search for posts. Search for posts. Then when you search for posts, look for premium posts. Where is that? Premium posts. Premium posts. Okay, sorry, it's premium blog. Yes. Put it in here, and as you can see, we have that part. You can do the settings yourself, but let's preview our website now. If you want to preview it, you click on preview changes. Then this is how our website is looking at. So this is here, which you can keep. It's also a variety that you can add. It's here because of the page layout that we have chosen, or the page template that we have chosen for our home page, and therefore we can do some settings about it. If you want to eliminate this and have it just as it is here, you can equally do that. Okay, so in here you can decide to choose edit more than 3 columns. So you decide exactly how you want it to be like. You can choose the classic style, the modern style. So this over here is using the modern style. That's why it appears like this. So that is here. That's what we are getting here. Go ahead and update this. There are a number of options that you can make changes to. Just click on it and see what you can change and what you cannot change. If there is anything that you need to do, just work on it right here. Once you've updated it, this is going to appear on our website. So if we should go to our website, which by clicking on this, you are going to see that this is a very beautiful website that you have as it stands now. Okay, so we are almost there. Now we have this website that we are looking at. Our homepage looks like this. If you are okay with this, the only thing you need to go and do is to make changes to the sidebar, which we'll look at soon. Otherwise, if you want it the same as this way, then we would have to go to the page. So go to pages, back to pages, all pages, then select edit here under your home page, edit, then the template that we choose. So instead of the default template, we want to choose the name is Guntutor page. So just update that. Then let's go refresh our site. Let's refresh our site. Voila. So we have something similar, except that in this case we are using 3 columns. So to use the 3 columns, when we come here, let's refresh inside here as well. So click here to make sure you've selected this session, and when you click on any of these, the premium, to edit the premium blog, we are going to change the number of columns. So instead of 2, now we want 3, and that is how we end up getting something like this, because there are 3. Okay, once you get those 3, as I said, there are a number of things you can do here. The style, so you can change the color, the overlay color, and the title, how it appears, but I don't want to go into it right now. So basically, when you go ahead and update this is your website, and link the number of posts per page. So you have to decide. Let's choose 8. So to choose 8, then unfortunately the size of the image, this image is too big. So make sure that when you are choosing, go to the featured image and make sure you choose thumbnail for the image size, so that we get them all as the same size. Yes, so this is what we are looking for, and now we've been able to create this website. We create this website, and let's refresh it once more for you to see. Good. So our website is now ready, and you can see, as you can see, there are some space up here and by the side. So if you want to increase it, because here, even though there's some space, isn't too much, you can equally do that in Elementor where we are working. So this session, the width of the session. So to select the session, you click on the top here in the middle, edit session, then the width, increase the width of your session. So this is cool. Then you can go and update it. Voila. Okay, so if you still want more, you can increase it to what you are looking for is okay, but this is fine for me. And therefore, here we are. Your website is fully functional. We've built it offline and at everything at no cost at all. Everything here that we use is free. There are lots more customizations that you can do, but for the basics of the website, I've covered everything, and I hope you like this and you'll be able to follow thoroughly and create your own website. So thank you for watching. We are going to be putting out a lot of search videos where I take a particular website and rebuild it using WordPress for you. And if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And if you have any questions, put your questions in the comment section and I'll answer you. You can equally join our Telegram group where we take up most of these questions. So join the Telegram group using a link in the video description and post your questions there. You have a number of us available to help you with your questions. Thank you and see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.